It's that time of year. Hi guys, this is Heidi and you're watching HeidiKMakeup. At the time of filming, it is January 3rd. I have no idea when this video is going to get up, but I thought it would be fun to do a yearly favorites video. I don't know if I did this last year or not. If I did, I will link it down below, but I think I didn't. And I thought it would be fun to just go through all of my favorites through the last year. Now, all of these things are cruelty-free to the best of my knowledge at the time of filming, and in fact, I think all of them are not only cruelty-free, but they're also not owned by parent companies that test, so that is a huge bonus. And some of them I don't have with me right now because I've been working on Project Pans and Project Use It Up, so even though I really, really loved them, I finished them, and I won't be buying new ones until I have a little bit more of my collection cleaned up. I'm going to start in the order that you would normally do your face. So for primer, my favorite primer of the year is the Too Faced Primed and Poreless. This is a silicone kind of feeling primer. It has a little bit of a tint to it, and it's beautiful for filling in your fine lines or your pores. If you guys prefer kind of like a more lotiony primer, you're not going to like this because this definitely feels like a thicker silicone style primer, but that is what I definitely prefer. So I absolutely love this year. For foundation, I actually have two choices, and I'm out of both of them because I only have one foundation in my collection right now. But I did film a guide to cruelty-free foundation video, which I will link down below. But my favorite foundations of the year were twofold. I really enjoyed the Sonia Kashuk Perfecting Luminous foundation, and I also enjoyed the Too Faced Beauty Balm. Keep in mind though that my skin is really, really dry, so both of those are kind of light coverage and give you a luminous look. If you have oily skin, I would definitely recommend against those foundations because they will probably make you look like an oil slick. But my skin is so dry, and they just gave me this perfect luminosity. I absolutely loved them. For concealer this year, I don't really have blemish covering concealer because honestly I don't really use that. If I have any blemishes, I put on foundation and I put on powder, and if they're not covered, I leave it at that. I don't usually put concealer on that. But my favorite concealer of the year goes to my Pixi Correction Concentrate, which I also used up and finished this year. You know these are favorites because I actually finished them. But it's a peachy tone concealer. It is a cruelty-free dupe for the Benefit Erase Paste or the Bobbi Brown Salmon Corrector or whatever. But it's perfect for under the eyes, and I have quite dark under eye circles, so I absolutely loved that concealer. I can't wait to buy it again. For powder, I have my Too Faced Cocoa Powder Foundation. This is a powder foundation that you can use on its own. You can tell I love it because I've hit pan on it. It does have that Too Faced chocolate smell, so it totally depends on how you feel about that. But it is a really nice powder foundation on its own, or you can wear it lightly as a setting powder, which is how I've been doing it for a really full coverage look. For eye primer this year, I'm giving it to the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. You're going to see a lot of Too Faced in this video because it's just absolutely my favorite brand. There are very few things I've tried from them that I don't absolutely love. And I panned a couple of eye primers this year, and what I've learned is that I really prefer these like plain primers, like this one or the Urban Decay. Urban Decay is owned by a parent company that tests, but they are cruelty-free, as opposed to like a shimmery primer, because then when it like messes with your matte eyeshadow. So I prefer to have like a clean base. Speaking of bases, my favorite kind of eyeshadow base, and it's not really an eyeshadow base, it was meant to be worn as an eyeshadow on its own, but I liked to wear it under eyeshadow as well, was actually the Josie Maran Coconut Watercolor Eyeshadow. And I do have the Playa del Pink here, but my favorite one was the Rio de Rose Gold. It was so beautiful, and I will probably be repurchasing that at some point this year. It was like this copper rose gold shade that just made my blue eyes really pop. If you have blue eyes, I totally recommend that. And I absolutely loved it on its own and as a base. As far as eyeshadow palettes go, I don't think that this is going to surprise anyone, but my favorite one is the Too Faced Naturalize palette. It is the perfect neutral palette. It kind of leans a little bit cool toned, but I just love it. If this was the only eyeshadow palette I had, I think I would be happy. Maybe at some point in the future I will pan it. I don't know, because I can't imagine being without this, but I absolutely love, love, love these eyeshadows. I love Too Faced eyeshadows in general, but this palette has no letdowns in it for me. Everything in it is just perfect. It is my perfect neutral palette. For brows, I've enjoyed a couple of brow products this year. I really enjoyed my Flower Raise Some Brows brow pencil, and I've also been enjoying my Milani Easy Brows brow pencil. But this is a product that is very new to me. I bought it just last month, so I wasn't sure if I should put it in here, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. It is by Too Faced, and it is the Bulletproof Brows in Universal Taupe. And I was very surprised to like this because it's a pomade. I've never tried a brow pomade before. I have very thick, coarse brows, and they kind of get all crazy and out of control. And I've always been a little bit self-conscious of them, but I actually really like the way my brows look with this. I'm not wearing it today. I probably should have been, but I'm working on something that I'm trying to pan right now. And I really like this. This makes me want to play around more with other pomades as well. For eyeliner, this one is going to be no surprise to anyone that's been watching my channel for any length of time, but it is the Wet n Wild Mega Liner. This one is actually in dark brown, which is because I am still working on some black liquid liners, so I want to get through those first. But it just has the perfect little brush to make detail work really nice, and I just love it. It's probably my most repurchased product ever. I love it, and it's like $3, which is great. For pencil eyeliner, I really enjoyed my Flower Beauty Easy on the Eyes pencil liner. It's a mechanical liner, and I really liked it in navy. I have contacts, and I don't know if you guys have a huge battle with your contacts where things transfer onto them. Even like really nice pencils like the Too Faced Perfect Eyes or the Urban Decay, what are they called? Glide-On pencils. All of those transfer into my contacts. They make me go blind. They hurt my eyes. But that one did not bother my contacts, and it stayed put. So the one I'm wearing today is by NYX. I'm trying to pan it, but as soon as I'm done with this is my last black pencil eyeliner. I'm going to go back and get the flower one because I know that I love it. And I actually prefer the navy shade because I find that it makes my the whites of my eyes look more white and more awake, which I'm going to need because I'm pregnant and I'm going to be having a newborn in the house again come April. So I'm going to be looking pretty tired. For mascara, my favorite mascara, I only have a sample size of it right now, is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Everyone loves this mascara. I'm not going to open it for you because it's not open yet, and I'm working on another mascara, but you all know it. You've seen the brush. It has that hourglass shape to it. I really, really love this. I wish that it wasn't so expensive because I just think that $23 for a mascara is insane, and I will never spend that amount, but I do like it when I get it in little kits like this, so it is definitely a win if you're looking for kind of a high-end mascara. For cream blush, the winner obviously goes to Josie Maran Coconut Watercolor Cheek Gelees. I really preferred the one in Pink Escape, but I actually panned both of them this year. I only had the little sample sizes. I much prefer little like deluxe sample sizes, but I've never finished a cream blush before. They've always dried out, or I've gotten rid of them before I finished them. And those ones I used every last drop of, and I really want to repurchase them, which tells you a lot because I'm kind of a blush junkie. The fact that I want to repurchase the same thing more than once is kind of a big deal, but I don't have it in my collection right now. For powder blush, I have two that I want to share with you. One is kind of mean because it was part of a seasonal palette from like forever ago, but it is a favorite, and it is my Too Faced Cocoa Rose. If you're looking for a dupe for this, it reminds me a lot of the Tarte Exposed blush. Tarte is cruelty free but is owned by a parent company that tests. This was part of the Sweet Dreams palette, and I depotted it, and it is the perfect natural shade that just goes with any look. It's just lovely. I absolutely love it. It's just neutral and doesn't draw too much attention, so that is great. But I do have another one that I wanted to mention for you guys because that one was seasonal and you can't get a hold of it anymore, and most of you probably don't have it. But the Physicians Formula, this is a drugstore one in brunettes, the powder palette multicolored custom blush in brunettes. They have another one in blondes, which was kind of a more cool tone pinky shade. This one is a little bit more warm tone, and it's very, very nice and lovely, and it just gives you like the perfect glow. I don't think that you need a highlighter with it, but you totally can do a highlight with it. I just love it. Obviously, if you have a deeper skin tone, these shades aren't going to work for you, but if you have really fair skin like I do, sometimes blush can be a little intense, and both these shades are just nice and soft. For highlight, I have a liquid highlighter that I wanted to mention, and it is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector. I got the one in Moonstone. This is the first Becca product that I have ever used, and oh my gosh, it makes me want to just go and buy all their highlighters, but I know I don't need a bunch of highlighters in my collection, so I haven't. If you have a deeper skin tone, I know they also have this in Opal, which I think is better if you have a deeper skin tone, but I have a very fair skin tone. This is really nice for mixing with foundations if I want a more luminous glow, or as a really nice dewy highlight. I love it. In fact, I haven't played with it for a while, but I really want to now. And then the other highlight that I absolutely love is Surprise Surprise by Too Faced. I just love Too Faced. The Too Faced Candlelight highlighter, and this is also from the Sweet Dreams palette that I depotted. You can tell I love it because I've hit massive amounts of pan in it, but it is just a lovely, perfect highlighter. It's gorgeous. It's got a little bit of like a champagne glow to it. Again, if you have fair skin, if you have deeper skin tone, this might be too light for you. But I can't wait to finish this one because I want to get it in the full size. Along the same lines of that, I have another one that I depotted for bronzer. I always thought I wasn't really a bronzer kind of girl until I met this bronzer. I don't really like the kind of harsh contoured look, and I'm not a huge fan of matte bronzers. I know everyone else really likes matte bronzers, but my favorite bronzer by far is the Too Faced Sun Bunny, which has a little bit of shimmer to it. This one, you're not even going to be able to tell what it looks like because it fell apart, got depotted, and then I smashed it back together and hit pan on it. But I love it. I'm wearing it today, and it is just gorgeous. It's a warm tone bronzer. It has a little bit of shimmer, but it doesn't really transfer to the skin. And again, as soon as I'm done with this one, I'm going to get the full size of it because I just think it's the best bronzer ever made. Then I have a couple of lip colors to share with you. The first one is a lip liner. This one is by Prestige. This is Diva. I love Prestige lip liners. They are cruelty free to the best of my knowledge, but they are not on the Logical Harmony list. I'm going to be panning this year, probably come springtime. But they're just like the perfect creamy, soft lip liners. I've already gone through one this year, or last year rather. And this one is just lovely under like a pink shade. So I'm really looking forward to panning this later this year. And then for lipsticks, I've got a couple that I wanted to mention. We'll start with liquid lipsticks. I really enjoy the Too Faced melted lipsticks. I also really like the Milani melted lipsticks, but these ones I like even better. And this particular shade is Melted Berry. I just got it, so it's not really fair to include it, but I know I'm going to love it for the next year too. And it is lovely. They have this little felt tip applicator that just makes it so easy to apply, and they sit comfortably on the lips even though they're kind of a matte finish, but they don't dry out your lips. So I really love this Melted Berry color. And then for lipsticks, I have a few. Lipsticks are kind of my weakness. The first one is the Flower High Shine lipsticks, and I've actually finished all of mine. I want more. In fact, I just bought a couple for my friend, particularly in the shades Ginger Lily and Baby Buttercup. Beautiful, beautiful lipsticks. I also really enjoy the Too Faced La Creme lipsticks. These just feel so like luxurious. The packaging on them are really like sturdy and nice. And this one is a Nude Beach, which is this beautiful nude. Oh, I love it. And they just feel really moisturizing on the lips and just are really, really nice. I also really enjoyed the Sonia Kashuk Shine Luxe Sheer Envy lipsticks. I finished all of mine as well, but I would like to buy more of those once I've worked through some more of my collection. I loved it when I was panning the sheer fuchsia color. It was just perfect. They're not highly pigmented, but they give you kind of that glossy look without gloss, if that makes sense. And lastly, my favorite lipstick, just traditional lipstick, is the Milani lipstick. So you can tell I like them. All of my Milani lipsticks look like this. This one is in Pretty Natural, and they have kind of a watermelon scent, so you've been warned. but I just love them. I'd be happy if my entire collection was just Milani lipsticks. In fact, that's what I'm trying to work towards. I'm trying to work through everything else in my collection to get it down to mostly Milani, because these are just absolutely beautiful. And then lastly, for gloss. My favorite glosses of the year is one I'm wearing right now. It is by Mad Gabs. This was a gift from my sister-in-law, which is just so sweet because she does not really like makeup all that much. She's not that into makeup, but she knows how much I love it. And this is so nice. As far as I know, Mad Gabs is cruelty-free. It claims to be cruelty-free on the back of this and on their website, but it's not on the Logical Harmony list, so do what you want with that. But this is in the shade Plum, and I'm wearing it right now. I'm going to be panning it in my Finish 7 by Spring challenge, but it smells so nice. It has a coconut scent to it, so if you're not into that, be aware. It also has lanolin and beeswax, so it's not vegan, but, oh, it's actually not coconut. It's shea butter, but it smells kind of like coconut to me, and it's just lovely. It doesn't give you that really like sticky thing that most of these tube lip glosses do. It's just like soft and comfortable. And then lastly is the Flower lip glosses, the Shine On lip glosses, and I like any of these shades. This one happens to be Iris I Could Fly, which I wore a couple days ago. It's just this really cool thing. This one doesn't have much of a scent to it. So, well, it does kind of have that like plasticky lip gloss scent, but it's not like, no additional scent has been added to it. And they're really pigmented, so you can kind of wear them on their own as well, but they don't feel like really sticky on the lips. So I love these also. So those are all my favorites for the year of 2015. I would love to hear from you guys in the comments. What are some of your favorite things for the year of 2015? So I know what to look for in 2016. This year I am not going to be doing a no-buy, so I will be allowing myself to buy some products here and there, but I do think that the way that I have purchased my products has changed a little bit, so we shall see. A thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. If you're new to my channel, you can hit the subscribe button so the next time I do a video, you'll know about it. You can also see what our family's up to every day by subscribing to our daily channel, which is Sudden Kimpact, or my parenting channel, which is HeidiKMTV. Thanks for watching. Bye. I've decided to participate in the Finish 7 by Spring challenge. I've never done seasonal challenges before, but I want to participate in them because I think it will really help me with my products I want to use up in 2016 to stay focused on them and make sure that I'm actually using them.